Pest control is something that you look for. You have your general pest control. Sometimes you have, German roach activity or ant activity. But one concern we're looking for is termites. Termite activity is something you really want to look for, keep your eye on. It can be very costly. So in this case, at this property, there is termite activity, and there is not a termite bond. So one of the first things we'll be doing is getting the property bonded, and then we will go ahead and call out our pest control and have them start treating the property for termites. The longer you wait, the more damage it causes and the more money that you're gonna come out of pocket. So it's really important to jump on things like this. If you happen to see pest control that's outside of, termites, if you've got German roaches or gnats or fleas or anything like that, you also want to treat those items because you do have conjoining walls from one unit to the other, and you want to make sure that any other residents near them are not being affected by lack of cleanliness or maybe just vacant exposure or something like that. So pest control is seriously important. You want to just make sure that your residents are living in clean units and they're not causing problems for additional residents.
When he puts the light on, you could see.
Oh, there's some foam repairs.
Look at it on this side too. And the back of the stove looks the same way.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The rodents are that bad where you gotta have one on each.
Instead of... That's what she's doing because she's trying to prevent it.
Prevent them from coming because they were coming and jumping in there, either coming from outside or in the walls.
Taking your food. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You don't have to buy everything twice.
And that's what I told her. I said, you're not giving it. I said, the exterminator has came and thrown out stuff because he's seen stuff, with me being short, I can't see. And so he's...
Need to get a little step stool here,
ma'am. Yes,
get you a cute one, too.
But I have them everywhere. I just finished cleaning out these two closets because the smell of mice too... it was
driving you crazy.
Man, it's killing me.
Yeah. It's
killing me. And I told this lady that, I said, I have real bad asthma. I said, and me inhaling that is no good for me, Yeah. Oh, what am I said, I've done everything you've asked me to do in the last month. And you're sending your maintenance people over here. They're doing half-ass jobs with this foam stuff and everything. I'm informing you of it, and we're not getting... Well, what do you want me to do? I'm not the pest. All I can do is call the pest control and have them come out here. Okay, the pest control is telling you what you need to do, and you're still not doing it.
Yeah, it's very frustrating for you guys. You guys feel like you're in a circle, like a hamster wheel.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're just going and going and going. It's like, get me off.
Yes.
Get me out of this. Yeah.
Okay? Or I'm sitting on my couch and I see them jumping from the damn cooler onto the damn table.
You're like, I just want my peace and quiet within the walls.
Exactly.
That's it. And
we've been here for years. There's been several summers we didn't even have the pool open. They didn't open it at all, and stuff. We've been waiting. By the time they get that pool inspected, summer's gonna be over with.
Yeah, it'll be Christmas.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I understand.
And stuff. But yet, people stay in there. Even people here in the complex, they're sitting. They could be in the office. Everything they want to act like they're concerned about. These people playing mechanics or people swimming in the pool and stuff. All right, they'll see the kids just hopping right over.
And they just
and sit right there.
Yeah, no handle.
No handle. Yeah, could replace on this one because we've got some screws holding. There's not a handle inside or outside.
No.
So apparently there's a new policy out here that visitor parking, you're now charged to park here as a visitor, and you're charged $5 a day per 24 hours.
Oftentimes when you are doing a due diligence or even just walking vacant units, you're looking for evidence of a squatter or evidence of someone living in a unit and they shouldn't be living in that unit. So you can see you've got a lot of personal items in these vacant units. You've got a lot of items that are used day to day. You've got recent food containers, leftover food containers. You've got clothes hanging up in the closet and makeshift beds on the floor. So it gives you a clue that someone's probably in that unit. So the first thing you want to do is be able to change those locks out and limit the people that have access to the unit or limit the access in general. So you get the locks changed out and go ahead and trash out the vacant unit and make sure that there's nothing in there in the unit that they would want to come back to or come back to revisit. So if you get rid of all those items, they have no reason to come back. We also want to kind of make note of those units that these squatters are getting into so you can keep your eye on how they're gaining access, whether it could be a patio door, it could be a window, anything like that. So you just want to put those on your routine walk list so you can make sure you're keeping your eyes on that and avoiding the squatters jumping from unit to unit. On this property, that is exactly what happened. We have squatters going from unit to unit, so it's just important to secure those units to limit the number of units they have access to.
There's cat litter. So there's subfloor in here. Tile or vinyl, I'm sorry. Vinyl, possibly keep. Fixtures, brush nickel, kitchen counter, keep resurface, appliances black. Oh, God. You know, you're good. It doesn't smell.
Smells like Fabuloso.
I got it. Not so much. I got it. Oh, there's food boxes open back here and the window's open and the AC's on. Let's see if we can at least. Replacing this carpet.
There's flies everywhere.
Well, 'cause there's you'll have to resurface, but I'm not showing any leaks. There's hair, but I'm not touching that. I don't. Okay. They should just. They've got something wrong with this drain in here. I don't think that's the correct seat drain. Like, have you ever seen this?
You'll see there's additional units that are left open, and inside these units you've got trash. You can see that there's some damage being done. So again, just another reason to make sure your units are secure, to make sure that those are being locked up every night. Additional damage means additional dollars, and we want to limit the amount of money it's going to take to get units back online, especially if it can be prevented. So preventative measures are always key, but if you happen to come into the middle of a program such as this and preventative measures aren't taken, then it's your responsibility to go ahead and start taking control and get those units locked up and make sure that they're all secure.
No lights.
You can't patch that.
Thermostat's missing. That's why the AC doesn't work. Mirror's gone. Oh yeah, it's mid-make ready. Oh yeah. Oh, it needs to be trashed. What is all that? Just make sure I'm not walking in.
Careful where you step.
Shit, yeah. That part. This is open.
Probably to let it air out unless it's missing a window pane.
They're both open. I bet you that's what it is to air out. So it doesn't start molding in here, because it will. Oh, it needs a whole panel. Okay. So it just needs a make ready. A whole make ready, replacement of doors. You think so? Oh yeah, possibly, because look.
Yeah, there's a mattress in there.
So somebody's in this one too.
Smells like smoke in here.
Yeah, they just been smoking out. But the funny thing is, you don't see like the guts of a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Like normally they empty out all those little swishers and then they make their own cigarettes. Dang.
In vacant units, you're always wanting to check the appliances. This property here had several units that did not have electrical power. So if you do not have electricity, a concern is making sure that you're not ruining any refrigerators. So if you have 40 vacant units with no power, you might have to replace all 40 refrigerators. So that's a concern of ours. You want to make sure that the current appliances have been taken care of and that they're being well maintained. You can see here that we've got a refrigerator that has no power. It has not been plugged in. And there is some old debris and old trash and just some really kind of gross stuff inside the refrigerator. So that refrigerator is now damaged. Now have to replace that. This property, we have come across a minimum of 20 refrigerators that have been left with items inside or some kind of, liquids or just dried up food, and then they've been closed up. So they've got some growth, you've damaged those refrigerators and now need to replace them. So that's an easy savings if you just take care of your appliances. On refrigerators, you always want to clean them out, leave the doors open. If you have a vacant unit that does have power, you can turn off all of the breakers to everything but the appliances and keep those refrigerators turned on. It will eliminate you having to replace them. It can get very, very costly. So taking care of the appliances, verifying that they're being taken care of, especially on the vacant units, those with no power, is super important, and it can get costly if you don't take heed. In business, it is very important to Darcorp and all of our team members to make sure that confidential information stays confidential. We are responsible for social security numbers, driver's license, identifications, all kinds of copies of information and privy information, that not everyone is subject to. So when it comes to confidentiality, it's very important that you cannot have confidential information available for anyone and everyone to grab. You'll see here that there is some files and personal information left outside. If there was a door that locked and was secure, it would be fine being in a building outside. But in this case, you can see that anyone can walk up, open up the gate, and start digging in the files. So it's very important to make sure that you've got confidential information under lock and key, and that where you're just storing those older files and those older items, that it's not in a place where anyone and everyone can gain access. Because at the end of the day, it is confidential information that you are sharing, and that is against the law. So it's really important to make sure that you're following policies, following procedures, and following the law when it comes to confidential information and how that's being stored.
Like for the building numbers as well be inside, because we've been having to go all the way
Way
over
out
there.
just to see it.
Yeah.
That would be good. That would for sure. Oh, here you go, Sadie. Where?
Right here.
Oh,
Over here.
wonder where it goes.
No idea.
Still full?
No, it's
Oh.
empty.
It's trash now. What? See, here's your playground, Sadie. And your dog park. And your grilling station. So this retaining wall, Darcorp put in when they first owned it, per
Oh, wow.
Darwin.
Oh, the dog park is cute.
Mm-hmm. Actually has some stuff. I don't know, but I'm fixing to go see. You have personal information here. Oh, wow. This is,
You got applications in there with social.
this is a concern. It's a major concern. Yeah, this is a concern. Yeah. I have a question. Because they didn't do anything else with it. Like they should have 04. This all should have been shredded.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna have to call a shred
2000.
company and get all this stuff shred. They didn't have another storage place, but this just wasn't ideal. It's just not secure. And honestly, any of these people that have identity theft can sue this place.
Yeah, this is liability big time.
Absolutely liability. You've got socials and driver's license in there. And probably photos of them.